Good morning students, welcome back to Unix and Shell Programming. This is Anusha. I am working as an assistant professor in IT department from Vignans Nirula. In the last class we have seen few topics in Unix introduction part. They are what is Unix and brief history of the Unix and evaluation of the Unix and features of the Unix and need of Unix. These are the topics which we have seen in the last class, and today's session we are going to cover few more topics in first unit. They are difference between Unix and Windows operating system, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of Unix operating system, and what is Unix system organization and its components, and why it is so popular, and what Unix do for you, and one more topic is how to log in the Unix environment. Let's see, the first topic is what are the main difference between Unix and other operating system. Here we have to take Windows operating system compared with Unix. Let's see the Unix operating system compared with Windows operating system. Here Unix operating system is a open source, but Windows operating system is closed source. Unix operating system has high security system. Compared with the Windows operating system. Generally Windows operating system is a low security system. In Unix operating system, it is a command based operating system, but Windows operating system is not command based operating system. In Unix operating system, generally file system is arranged in hierarchical manner, but Windows operating system, it will be arranged in parallel manner. And Unix is not user friendly, but Windows operating system is user friendly. These are the main differences between Unix operating system and Windows operating system. Now the next topic is why Unix is so popular when compared to other operating systems. Here the most popular operating system in today's are Windows, Mac and Unix. As with many operating system for servers, the Unix operating system can host multiple users and programmers simultaneously. Fact allows almost Unix-like systems to run the same application software and desktop environments. Unix is popular with programmers for a variety of reasons. Unix is an operating system. Why? Because it acts as an interface between user and computer hardware. Unix operating system supports multitasking and multi-user functionality. It means Unix is most widely used in all forms of computing systems such as desktop, laptop and servers. On Unix operating system, there is a graphical user interface similar to Windows. It supports easy navigate and support environments. That's why we can say that Unix is so popular. Nowadays Unix is so popular. And now let's come to the next one is what are the advantages and disadvantages of Unix. Let's see the advantages. Here Unix operating system is fully multitasking with protected memory. Here multiple users can run multiple programs each at the same time without interfering with other or crashing the system. For suppose very efficient virtual memory, here so many programmers can run a modest amount of the physical memory. It means access controls and security. Here all users must be authenticated by a valid account and password to the system. Here all files are owned by the particular accounts. It means the owner can decide whether others have to read or write the access to his files. Here available on a wide variety of machines, the most truly portable operating system. Ability to string commands and utilities together in unlimited ways accomplish the complicated tasks. Let's see the disadvantages of Unix. The traditional command line like shell interface is user hosted, the design, the programmer, not the casual user. Commands often have a cryptic names. Here it gives a very little responses to the user what they are doing. Much use of special keyboard characters, little dots and unexpected results. By using Unix, we need to understand some of the main design features, and also its power comes from knowing how to make the commands and programs interact with other, not just like from treating each as a fixed black box. These are the main advantages and disadvantages of Unix. Now let's see the next topic is Unix system organization. Unix operating system generally consists of three major components. They are The first one is kernel, and the second one is shell, and the third one is hardware and tools and related applications or file management. Let's see, the first one is kernel. Here, kernel is the heart of the operating system. It means which directly makes interface with the hardware system. Kernel is relatively a small piece of code written in C that is embedded on the hardware. Every Unix system has a kernel that gets automatically loaded on the memory as soon as the system is booted. Now let's types of the kernels. Here we have to take two types of kernels. They are monolithic kernels and micro kernels. Monolithic kernels means all programmers that were part of the kernel that were integrated together and moved on the memory during the booting. This type of kernel is known as monolithic kernel. And let's see the microkernels. Nowadays all the programmers are grouped into different modules, and only the just necessary module is moved on the memory during booting. This type of kernel is known as microkernel. These are the two types of kernels. Kernel is the main part of the Unix operating system. Why? Because it is the heart of the operating system. That's why we are giving the main importance in Unix operating system is kernel. Now let's go to the second component is shell. Every Unix operating system has at least one shell. Here, shell is a program that size on kernel. It acts as an agent or interface between the users and kernel. Here, a shell is a command interpreter or processor at which the user can type in any Unix command. Then in Unix operating system, shell is a command interpreter. Here we can see. Now let's see the types of shells. There are different types of shells are available. Some of them are Bourne shell and C shell and Korn shell. Coming to the first shell is Bourne shell. This is the original shell of the Unix operating system, which comes with every Unix system, and it may be that is reason that is so popular. Generally, it was written by Stephen Bourne at Bell Laboratories in 1974. Coming to the next shell is C shell. Generally, it can be represented by CSH. It has a syntax that resembles that or highly popular C programming language. It also developed at Bell Laboratories, and thus it is sometimes preferred by the programmers. And now let's see the last shell is Korn shell. It is a superset of SH shell. Generally, it can be developed by the David Korn at Bell Laboratories in 1983. Generally, Korn shell contains many features of the C shell as well, including a command histories. These are the three important shells in shell component. Now let's see the third component of Unix operating system is file management. Here, Unix uses a hierarchical file system. It means every file can be file related information can be stored in hierarchical manner, hierarchical structure. Here, slash can be used as its root. And now let's see the second point of file management. File management is every non-leaf of node of the tree is called as a directory file, and every leaf node can either be file or an empty directory. These are the three main points in file management. These are the three important components which we have seen already. They are shell and kernel and file management. Now let's see the next topic is what can Unix do for you. Let's see this picture. By using Unix, we can share any email. For suppose you have to send an email from one department to other department. For suppose I have sent an email from IT department to other department, then we can use Unix operating system. And also Unix operating system is used for scientific programming like Fortran language, C or C++, MATLAB and Maple. And another advantage of Unix operating system is it is used for text processing and plotting packages like GNUplot and TechPlot. These are the uses of Unix operating system. That's why we are using Unix operating system. Now let's see the next topic is using Unix. Here the process of getting into the Unix environment is known as logging into the logging into the system. Generally, it requires a sequence of events to complete. Here, let's see this picture. Here, how we are going to logging into the Unix environment. Let's see this picture here. Here the first step is the user enters a login name of Getty's login prompt on terminal. After that, Getty executes the login program with the login name as the argument. After, login requests for a password and validates. Login up the term environment start of the file like profile. Here the shell then prints the prompts usually with the dollar symbol and percentage symbol and wait for the future input. Here dollar and symbols are used for wait for the future input. This is the indicator of successfully entry made into the logging environment with a proper shell. After that, here successful logging into the Unix environment or Unix system is indicated by the appearance of the prompt called the shell prompt or system prompt on the terminal. Here, burn shell and kern shell can be represented by dollar symbol, and C shell can be represented by percent symbol, and any shell can be represented as root that can be represented with hash symbol. These are the three representations we can see in shell prompt. After that, logging out process. This is the third phase of Unix environment process. Now Unix login process. When we are ready to quit, type the command is exit. Before we leave our terminal, make sure that we see the login prompt indicating that we have successfully logged out. If you have left any unresolved process or the Unix operating system, it will require to resolve them before it will let us log out. Some shells will recognize other commands to log out, like logout or even by symbol. Hope you understand the topics well. In the next session, we will discuss about what are the types of commands in Unix and some of the basic commands of the Unix, and also we know about the command substitution and how you are giving multiple commands in Unix environment. Now let's come to the important questions part of the session. Here I will give some important questions related to this session. The first one is what is Unix system organization and its components, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of Unix, and explain about the login process of Unix environment. These are the three important questions related to this lecture. Hope you understand good. Thank you.